Don't get it twisted. That's the only part of the song I know, actually. Savage, ooh, need me. Ooh, ooh, need. Do you know what song that is?
No.
Really? It's Rihanna.
I don't listen to Rihanna. Okay, so part 2 of our Q&A session. This is exclusively about baby. There's about 20 questions that people have asked.
I think I'll just make this my pregnancy update too.
That'll work.
It'll be a long one, but it'll be a real good one. So, there you go.
With the family expanding, are we buying an SUV or a van?
Yep, we are. We don't know when exactly. We're not going to buy one right now because we don't need another car payment we don't need it right now. We are very, very lucky that, like I said, Michael works nights, and so I have a car here with me every day. I think maybe there's been one occasion where our schedules have collided with Jaelynn and Dan's, where he had to be a little bit late for work, but besides that, our schedules work out smoothly that we don't need 2 cars. And if we do, normally it's for a family function and we just get a ride from our family. So, but we are going to be getting a van either in August, September, around the time where the newer models go, or the older models go on sale, right? And then the newer model comes so we can get a good deal, or we're gonna wait until like January to get one right when baby comes. So we do plan on getting a new car, and we will bring you guys along as we do that.
Would we name the baby Michael Jr.? We have not settled on any names. Every time we think we're settled, then I change my mind and it messes everything up.
We had settled on a name like before we were even pregnant.
I was originally totally against Michael Jr. I don't know why, but I've always not cared for juniors. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm open to it. So I'm okay with it,
with the Michael Jr. It's just up to him, obviously, because it's his name.
Several people have asked us as well, will we have another baby?
No! 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 No!
Even if we have a girl.
No! We are done. Done.
She says that. I don't believe her. I think especially if we have a girl with this baby, I think that maybe around the time the baby turns 2, right around the same age Rhilynn is right now, she's going to want to be getting pregnant again.
No, because,
listen, we'll see.
Listen. Okay, with Rhilynn, I never said that I was, with Jaelynn, I never said I was done having more kids. With Rhilynn, I never said I was done having more kids. I just said, nah, like, I am done. I am done. We're done.
Are you using a midwife?
No, we're not. Michael is out of the Army. So we are not getting TRICARE anymore. I mean, well, we could, but it's just not worth it, the price. So we're just getting insurance through his job. And most insurance don't actually cover to go to birthing centers, which is where our midwife was. So we're just going to a hospital and a normal OBGYN, which I am okay with. I'm not super picky. So no, we're just going to have a normal doctor.
We might still be getting a doula, though.
Yeah.
So.
Which is not the same, just in case you guys know. A midwife is an actual like nurse practitioner, like someone you can deliver a baby. A midwife or a doula is just someone for support, but a midwife is an actual medical personnel.
Are you currently, and will you in the future, be doing cookies?
Right now I just bake for fun for my family, sometimes for like my friends, really like for free, just as like a hey, here you go. In the future, Michael and I have discussed that being like something that I can do once the kids are all in school. The biggest thing is that word of mouth really grows your business really quickly, and I went from just wanting to have maybe like 2 orders a month to like 2-3 orders every weekend, and it is not what I wanted. My kids started to notice that I didn't have time, and it's not what I wanted to do. So I think once the kids are in school, then I will do that. So that way I can still be at home if they need me and make my own schedule, but I can still obviously bring home my own income. Angela
Robinson wanted everybody to know that this was not a negative question. but she is wondering why we did not wait until Rhilynn was potty trained and more grown up to have another baby.
I just didn't know I had to. I just didn't. It doesn't bother me. I'm not in any rush. My main thing is I wanted to, if we could, have our children now, so that way we can be able to, once we're done having children and they're older, we can start doing the things that we want to do and traveling and, you know, doing all those things. Because right now we can't. We obviously have smaller children. And I guess my thought process for this is that I'm not bothered that Rhilynn is still in diapers. I'm honestly in no rush to potty train her. She will when she's ready. Obviously, you know, if she's starting pre-K and stuff like that, I think that's way past the point. But I mean, she's not even 2 yet. I'm not in any rush to potty train her, and I am at home. I don't think it's going to be a big hassle to change 2 diapers for probably 6 more months at most. Because she's becoming very much so where we have a potty in there, and when she's ready, she'll start, and then there's that.
She'll sit on it sometimes.
Yeah, most of the time when I'm in there, because I don't know, I can't pee by myself. But yeah, that's why I really just didn't. For me, I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I'm not in a rush to have her be potty trained, so I just thought, we'll shout this other kid.
When are we starting the nursery, and will we be vlogging it?
We will be vlogging it, and we're not going to start until we know the sex of the baby. I do hope that we can have the nursery done before the baby comes. Not even because it needs to be. We co-sleep until about 5 months anyway, so the baby won't even be using it. But for me, I thought it would be cool to finish the nursery, like come home and, you know, show the baby the room and all that stuff. If it doesn't get done, it doesn't. So I do hope to start it pretty soon, and we hope to find out the sex of the baby maybe in 2 to 6 weeks, depending on how we find out. But we will be vlogging it, and we'll start it probably in August, because the beginning of August is the latest that we will find out the sex of the baby. So,
let's see, Michael, what is the most challenging part of the delivery process, and do you know what to expect this time around? The most challenging part is because obviously she's in pain, she's going through a lot of stuff, and I'm a very provider type personality. I want to fix everything and make everything better, and there's obviously not very much that I can do. I do know a lot more what to expect. Just the difference between Jaelynn and Rhilynn was monumental as far as knowing what was going to happen. I was in the process of pre-deployment during Jaelynn's pregnancy, so I did not take the time to read up and figure out what the whole childbirth process was like, and so there were huge parts of it that I totally got blindsided by. So with Rhilynn, I knew more what to expect.
like the placenta.
Yes, the placenta. Yes, that was traumatizing. And so this time around, I'm expecting it to be even easier, being the third one, that hopefully I will be able to just enjoy it and know everything that's going on and be as hopeful to her as I can be, because nothing should surprise me.
Plus we have to have a C-section, and then it's like, meh.
Yeah, and then we'll see. Nikaya, are you doing any yoga or stretches?
Girl. No. Not enough. I had Michael find some pregnancy workout videos, but like literally when I was like 4 weeks pregnant maybe, but before I felt anything. Then I got sick and it's out of the drain, and now my exercise is cleaning. And I'll do stretches when I'm close to my pregnancy, just because I know a couple things to kind of help with labor and getting baby ready. But y'all, like I said, y'all don't want to come to us for advice on how to do it the right way, okay? I'm not gonna work out. I could tell you that, man, I'll work out. No, I'm not gonna work out.
If you want advice on how to win your life and still be successful, talk to us.
We do that pretty well.
If you want planning advice, I would probably talk to like Tony Robbins or something. That wouldn't work for us.
Sir.
Name ideas for baby. Several people have asked this.
You guys are probably not gonna like this, and we're gonna get some comments. But we are not telling anyone the name of the baby until the baby is here. Some people know my idea because I said it before. I think Brandy knows and Nona knows. Does Anthony know? I think Anthony knows.
No.
He did?
I don't think he does, no.
I think that's it. And that was only because we told them like ideas before we actually decided not to tell. But we're not going to tell anybody.
Obviously, you guys know Michael Jr. is in the running,
right?
So
right, but we don't even, like I said, we don't even know that that's going to happen because he still hasn't decided how he feels about somebody having the same name as him or something like that. I don't know. He's like selfish. So there's that. What we're going to do is when we decide the sex of the baby, I think this is a good way that if anyone guesses the name of the baby, in the comments, once we decide or once we figure out if it's a boy or a girl, if someone guesses, we will tell you guys what the name of the baby is.
And you will win a mysterious prize. We haven't even decided what the prize is because I just made this contest up right now. But I will figure out a surprise and I will send it to you.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
So, contest starting now.
No, we don't know the sex of the baby yet. I just said after we find out the sex of the baby.
They can start thinking right now.
Because I'm not going to go back and read the names on here. Yeah.
So on the gender announcement video is when the contest begins.
What is
the next question is from April Stevenson.
Hey, April.
I don't know who you are, like personally, but I see you comment all the time, so you get a shout out.
I just gave you can't decide she gets a shout out when I'm the one who gave her a shout out.
She got 2 shout outs.
Okay.
Nikaya, is this pregnancy easier or harder than the first?
Girl, it is hard. The struggle is real. I always just think about this myself. I can preach about this for hours, okay? I was like, this is like, Jaelynn's pregnancy was so hard and stuff like that. But then I realized with Jaelynn, I was never sick. I literally ate and threw up constantly. I never felt bad. I worked the entire time I was pregnant with Jaelynn. Like, on my feet as a waitress, double shifts a lot of the time, like, fine. I would literally eat something and throw up right away and then be fine. But I was never, like, sick. Like, I'm barely surviving out here. If this guy wasn't here, I would be dead by now. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I could not stress kudos to this guy because he's been working full time and he does woodworking and he's been taking care of the kids full time and he's been cleaning and he's been cooking and he's been uploading YouTube. The last like week and a half of videos has been him editing. Like, I can't function. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I would honestly prefer taking my pregnancy like symptoms with Jaelynn over this. Like, I would rather throw up every time I ate. Like, girl, it's bad. Like, and that's why I'm so done. I'm done. I'm not having another baby after this. Like, shh.
What was Michael's reaction?
We should have a disclaimer that we are not dramatic people. As far as like, we knew we were trying to get pregnant. We were very lucky, I will say this, that we don't have trouble conceiving. Therefore, it's not a surprise when we get pregnant. Like, literally, you guys, like, I remember, this is what happened. Let me tell you, since people like to hear this stuff. I was cleaning. I was like, you know what? Let me go pee on this stick real quick. I went to the bathroom right there. I peed on the stick. I was like, oh, there's a line. I said, Michael. He said, what's up? I said, come here. I peed on the stick. He said, oh shit, you're pregnant. And we proceeded with life. Like,
and Anthony was here.
Yeah.
And I went and told him.
And
said,
I was
congratulations.
like, yeah, like that was it. Like with Rhilynn, I texted him the picture of the pregnancy test.
While I was at work?
Yeah. I was like, hey, guess what? He said, what? I took the picture and I showed it to him. Like, I can't, like... We even thought about trying to fake it. I'm just come out and said, I was like, maybe we should have this cool video of him like being so surprised. But his surprise faces are horrible. Like,
my acting skills
horrible.
in general are terrible.
We're not cool people. I'm sorry. We're pretty plain.
Is there anything you're going to do differently this pregnancy?
Eat healthy. I've been doing decent with it.
I haven't been. Do the girls know, and what was their reaction?
Surprisingly, this is a lot of people were like, even not on the Q&A.
Do people like not tell their kids when they get pregnant?
A lot of people don't.
I did not know that.
Once again, we're chill. We're just we're
Jaelynn
very
knew
opening.
When we were trying to have a baby.
Like each month, she knew that we might not get pregnant. We might get pregnant. And the month that we didn't, we would say, nope, there's not a belly or a baby in my belly this month. And the month that there was, we told her, and she was excited. And she swore she felt the baby kick and, you know, all that stuff. But the girl already know. And Rhilynn, when you she obviously has no idea what's really happening. But when we refer to my stomach, she'll say baby. But It's just
which
out
is
of
about
habit.
the most you can expect from a 2-year-old.
Right.
We kind of answered, well, I guess we did answer this question in the previous video, but they are wondering if the baby will share a room with Rhilynn. No, the baby will have its own room. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs. Jaelynn and Rhilynn each have one, and then the baby will have what used to be Jaelynn's room. Are you going to have a natural birth? And if so, is it going to be at a hospital or at the house?
We are hoping for natural, since we are going to be, we are going to be at the hospital, not at the birthing center, but I'm still hoping to birth naturally. I am hoping that it is almost as quick. It can't be as quick because I don't think we would make it to the hospital, but almost as quick as Ryland's. He just wants the speed. So that way I feel like you're just more tempted if you're in that environment when they're like, hey, do you want pain, pain relief, that you're more likely to accept it. But I'm hoping it's pretty quickly, so that way I'm already like ready to go and I can just push this baby out. But vaginally, no meds, that's the whole thing there.
Are we going to do a gender reveal where we do not know what the gender is, like the Daily Davidsons? We will be doing a gender reveal. We are not patient people, so
I think they waited. They waited until the baby was born to even know. Not even like gender reveal, like you get the scan, they write it down, and they tell somebody else, and they surprise you. Like, no, I need the first person to know.
Props to you, Daily Davidsons, but no, we definitely.
I got no patience.
No, that's not us.
But we do have a gender reveal. Like, have this image in my head. I'm hoping that it plays out the way I want it. So for you guys, and it's also for our family, and stuff like that.
Will there be a pregnancy journey vlog?
There will be. I'm hoping to upload pregnancy videos here for you guys. Just, how I progress and things like that, sharing what little tidbits I have. I just had my appointment on Friday. Today is Monday. So I will, hopefully do them like every 3 weeks, maybe, or something like that, or maybe every month until it's closer and I actually have things to talk about. Or just as I see fit. But as of right now, there really isn't much going on. I can tell you, like, oh, I was sick, and then
we
I
got
gotta
to see
drink
the
more water
on Friday.
Yeah. But that's really it. But yeah, I do hope to share something. I don't know. Yeah.
When is the baby due?
I am due January 15th, 2017.
What gender do we want? But we are hoping for a boy.
Oh boy.
We already have 2 girls, so we're hoping for a son to carry on the family name.
We're hoping. I hope.
Yeah. So.
I hope. I don't know. I don't really have high hopes. I just want to step on the soapbox real quick and say something, because it gets talked about quite often when it comes to like wanting or having a preference. I do want a boy. I've wanted a boy since the first time I was pregnant. I thought I didn't think actually. I thought Jaelynn was a boy. I thought Rhilynn was a girl, but I was hoping she was a boy. And I'm going to hope this baby's a boy until I find it's a girl. It's not going to mean I'm going to like hate my child. It's like this huge thing, and maybe for a slight second I'll feel a little disappointed, but I'm not going to love my baby any less. I love Rhilynn to death, but believe me, I was wishing, and when she said it was a girl in the ultrasound, I was like, oh, you sure? Like, maybe there's a penis in there. I'm going to hope.
There was no penis.
There was no penis. It is confirmed, for sure. I was kind of hoping, I was a little surprised at delivery, like, it's a boy. Like, I would have been okay. Like, I would have been like, whoa, yeah. They have like the scans. We can do kind of like the pregnancy update next. That's the last question, right? Mm-hmm. They have like like the different ways you can tell by the nub, the Ramsey, and there's another one. But we got our ultrasound literally right in the middle of all of those scans. Like from I think after 8 weeks or before 8 weeks, you can tell with one theory, and then 12 to 14 weeks you can tell the other theories. And we got our ultrasound at 10 weeks. So our ultrasound doesn't apply to either of those theories, so we can't actually like use a theory to do that. We did also try to get some loving in after I ovulated, I was charting, and I knew when I ovulated, so we made sure to have intercourse after, or the day I ovulated, and then after, during my fertile window, as opposed to before, because it says that, or studies have said that the female sperm tends to be slower yet last longer, and the male sperm tends to swim faster but last for a smaller period of time. So with that being said, it's better to try to BD, which is baby dance, if you don't know and you don't speak conceiving lingo. You're supposed to have sex on ovulation day and the 2 or 3 days after to have a boy, and then 2 or 3 days before to have a girl. So we did abstain from this window, and we did the BD in this window. Michael also took some cold showers. I also took cough medicine, which is supposed to thin some walls out. I'm not trying to go creep you guys out. I'm just trying to tell you what we did. And all of these are like theories and things like that. It doesn't mean that it's going to work. For sure, we just kind of did it because we knew we're trying to have a baby anyway, and we figured that after like 6 months or so, if it wasn't working, we would just have intercourse just whenever I was fertile. But it obviously didn't hurt our fertility window since I got pregnant while we were still not having sex for only half the time. At the doctor, nothing really happened too much. We just talked. Thankfully, I didn't have to take my clothes off, which I hate doing. I have to get examined next time. I am on diclegis is what it's called. I am taking that, and it seemed to work. I was just taking it 2 times at night, and I was like able to like survive throughout the day. Like if I needed to get up, I could. But I started taking it in the morning time too, and I'm actually able to get up and do things, which is good. I put on makeup for like the first time in probably 4 months, which is awesome. What else? The baby's heart rate was really high, but that's pretty common right now, so it's not really descriptive because 150 and above is a girl and 150 below is a boy. And it was really, really high, but that's normal. I think it doesn't actually even out or go down until like 12 or 13 weeks, I want to say. So when we go back and we hear her heartbeat, maybe we'll judge by that. I'm not having any cravings.
Except for fried, greasy food. But
yeah.
She's been resisting.
I have.
Like a champ.
I have. I do actually like carrots. I eat a bunch of carrots. Like, no ranch, no dip, just carrots. That's pretty strange. I like carrots, but I normally love them with ranch. Here's my belly. I am 10 weeks, 1 day right now, 2 days. So, and like half of this I already had, so my belly really probably would look like this if I didn't already have a belly, but because I do, it's like, burr. So there's that. Okay, so here's little baby. You can see there's a little footprint right there. And little nose and head, and there's an arm right there, and little body. Good stuff. Here is another one. It's kind of the same position. But there's little baby. And this was right at, or no, I'm 11 weeks. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No.
I'm 11 weeks 1 day. This was like 10 and 5? 5, 6, 7, yeah. No, 10 and 4. Something like that. I don't know, you guys, okay?
10-4.
10-4. Alright guys, so that is it for the baby. Oh, crap. Baby part of this, and like we're going to say, it's my update because I don't want to film another video for it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, that's a good thing to do. If you have any questions that maybe I should ask, or any suggestions for the next pregnancy update, which will be, we'll say I'll do it in like 2 to 3 weeks, leave those down below so that way I can know what to do next time, because
put them in a spreadsheet.
We don't want your spreadsheet, sir. I will do those, and we will be doing that. I felt like that didn't make any sense. I will do those, and we will be doing that.
Till then.